This is a question worth asking. If you were at a Volkswagen dealership, Audi dealership, and they said to you, listen, you can have the Chinese-made one, you can have it for $50,000. Or you can have the German-made one, you can have that one for $70,000. They're both the same car. One's made in China, the other one's made in Germany. Would you pay the extra $20,000 for the German-made version? I made a video recently saying that Volkswagen Group's plans for its EV production were to move it away, a lot of it away from Germany, to fire a lot of its staff in Germany because they cost too much, to move EV production to China, where they would then export all these EVs around the world and basically become, I wouldn't say a Chinese car company, but, much more of a China-centric company where EV production, or the primary production sites for China worldwide, for Volkswagen worldwide, would be China. Now, I received a bit of blowback, but I think people would send me emails saying, where's your facts? This is just wild speculation. And I said, well, it's pretty obvious. Volkswagen Group they just confirmed it. So there's some facts for you. Anyway, Volkswagens are poised to come to Australia from China. Future Volkswagen EVs, and even not just EVs, but also internal combustion vehicles sold in Australia, will be built, they say, in less than basically in the same location as MGs, electric MGs, Teslas, and BYDs. A lot of them likely to be produced by SAIC, or Chinese-owned car company SAIC, who, well, they're not only owned by the Chinese government, they're also owned by Alibaba. It's a combination of Chinese government and Alibaba. German carmaker Volkswagen is going to bring, saying it's considering plans, this is like their soft way to announce it, considering plans to bring Chinese cars to overseas countries, including Australia, over the next few years. I don't think it's considering it. It said it's not competitive making cars where it makes them in Europe. I think it believes it doesn't have a choice. So I don't really blame them. I think they feel like they can't profitably make cars. They don't sell electric cars in right-hand drive car markets, including Australia, at all, because, well, they are too expensive to make them in Europe and then make them in right-hand drive and then ship them to places like Australia. Volkswagen is the second best-selling car brand in China, and the Volkswagen Group, which includes Skoda, Cupra, Audi, and Porsche, operate around 10 factories in China. Now, they're all joint ventures with some kind of Chinese company, so Volkswagen doesn't operate them personally by itself. They're all joint ventures, like I said. They recently announced plans to develop a range of affordable electric vehicles in China, specifically for China. But of course, we all know that they're not just for China. I mean, why on earth would they have gone and made... They've literally got 5 different electric car platforms. They have the C-Hole brand. They also have their own brand at Volkswagen EV that makes EVs. They're using MEB. Then they have an MEB version 2 they're working on. They have an Xpeng platform they're working on. Xpeng's old platform, they're kind of modernizing that. They have a platform from SAIC, who are making EVs for Audi. We've got 5 electric car platforms in China. You tell me they're all just going to be this new platforms, all just for China? No way, no. And now Volkswagen are saying, yeah, we're considering it. We're considering selling these EVs worldwide. Well, that's basically them saying, yes, it is happening. Now, it's clear that Volkswagen is preparing to sell EVs that it makes in China worldwide, because that's how it can make a profit. It loses money on every electric car it sells. Volkswagen's former CEO did admit to this fact. He also said it takes Volkswagen Group about 32 hours to build an EV. It takes Tesla 10 hours. Tesla might even be faster than that. That was a couple of years ago. So Volkswagen are uncompetitive when it comes to making EVs at their factory, the main EV factory that they have in Germany. And therefore, they've slowed down electric car production there because it doesn't make sense. Here's what Volkswagen Australia's actual director said. Yes, he foresees a Chinese-built Volkswagen being sold in Australia over the next few years. He was asked if he could think of a particular model, but I'm going to guess that it's probably every model. But he said this: plenty. What we hear is now very publicly discussed, that we're looking for the most cost-efficient ways of doing business. He's saying Volkswagen are just making this very public. This is one of the scenarios that we are obviously pursuing as a group and as a brand. It's referring to making EVs or vehicles, period, in China, shipping them around the world. It remains to be seen which models will come to Australia, but the truth is right now we have not a single electric car from the Volkswagen brand on sale in Australia. And like I said, the key reason is cost competitiveness. Volkswagen have said the business is in trouble. The automotive business is, they said in their own words within the past 7 days, is uncompetitive. That's why they're moving the majority of their production to China. I'm not actually crowing about this. I think it's sad that this is happening, but it is the future of the automotive industry. When I started this channel, I mentioned this many times. A lot of people didn't like this. They said I was wrong. Well, unfortunately, I wasn't wrong.